everybody and welcome to a new video. Today I'm having for you guys all of my English books. I've got a pretty big stack of books here, and those are all my books that I've got in English, so that I actually bought in English. So I'm not talking about translations because I do have a lot of translations, but I thought it would be fun to see all of the books that I've got in English at this very moment, because I know I bought 5 or 6 so they haven't arrived yet, but I bought a couple lately, so I thought it would be fun to show you guys what books I've got at this very own moment. I thought it would also be fun in the beginning of my YouTube journey, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna read much more English because I just like it. And like I said, I just already bought 6 books because I wanted to read them in English. So there is no particular order in the way I'm gonna show you guys these books. I am gonna start with the very first book I remember buying in Belgium in a Belgian bookstore. In case you don't know, a lot of Belgian bookstores do have one rack of English books, but there are not much books in there. So in case you're wondering, finding a good book in English in Belgium, in the actual bookstores, is sometimes hard, or at least where I live, it's not that common. So I mostly buy my books on Book Depository, but I do have, I think, one I actually got from a bookstore here, and that's 13 Reasons Why by J. Asher. Like I said, I remember this being the very first one I bought that I still own. I have bought another book before this one, but it was totally not my type. I don't even know why I bought it. I guess I just bought it because I thought English would be fun to read in. So this is the first one I have that is in English that I own, and I love it. I really want to reread it, actually. I remember buying it once when the series came out, and I saw it in a bookstore, and I really wanted to read the book before I started the series, and I did. I read the book and immediately started the series. I love both of them. So this is the very first book I remember buying. I do really like the cover too. It's completely different of all the covers that I have. Then the next book is a book that I got as a gift, but my DNF at the moment. It's the only book in this pile that I DNF'd, but I might want to give a chance later on because maybe it wasn't my time to read it, and that's Looking for Alaska by John Green. It's reflecting a lot. It's, by the way, a very shiny cover. Like I said, it's reflecting a lot. I have started this the beginning of this year, and I did like it, but it didn't really pull me into the story, so I ended up stopping it because I actually didn't like it anymore. I mean, I just didn't really got the clue of what this book was supposed to be about. I think I read 50 pages, and I thought, if I'm still not in this book, why am I still reading it if I don't feel like reading it at the moment? So that's why I actually stopped it. But I'm holding on to it, first of all, because it was a gift, and I don't really feel like reselling or giving books that I got as a gift to other people. But second of all, because I do want to give it another try to see if it works better, or that maybe just the moment that I was reading it in wasn't just the moment to read it in. So that's actually why I still hold on to it, and I just really like the cover. Then the second book that I got is also by John Green, and that's The Fault in Our Stars. I saw the movie before I read the book, and I do have to say that I love both of them. Because I already saw the movie, I knew what was going to happen, so that did make me struggle with reading the book, because I knew what was going to happen and I didn't want it to happen. So that's one of the downsides of watching a film before you read the book, especially this type of book. But I did really enjoy reading it, and it was really nicely put. And like I said, I did put it off reading the end part for a moment because I just didn't want it to read, but I also wanted to finish it, but I didn't want to finish the way it did. But then in the end, I was completely content with how it finished. So this is, I think, my favorite book by John Green. I haven't read much of them. Like I said, I tried Looking for Alaska, DNF'd it. I have a short story collection here that I liked about, that John Green is a part of, that I liked. But then I only read this one. by him completely, and I do want to read more of him because I do like his writing style and everything. And then I talked about a short story collection that I had with John Green in, and that's Let It Snow. It's by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. It's, by the way, also really reflecting, so I have to make sure I hold it correctly. I like the cover. Sadly, it is falling apart a little. I think I have this book for like 4 years now, and like this part of the cover is falling apart. I do not know why books do that. I think it's sad that happens to books because I love books, obviously. It's not the biggest of the deals, but that makes me contemplate, like, why do I buy paper bags? Because I love books. I remember getting this one for actually a friend as a Christmas present, but that friend got that book on like exactly the same day I was supposed to give it to her, and she showed it on her Instagram, like, oh, I got this book, I'm so happy about it. And then I had to find another gift because she already had it, and it was and I really liked it, the fact that I just get to keep it because I did really want to read it. I decided that John Green and Maureen Johnson were two of my favorite authors that I've read in English at this very moment. You will see why Maureen Johnson is in there. Lauren Miracle, actually, I haven't read anything else about her besides this book. I do like the cover. It's really minimalistic. It's really one-trish, and maybe I'll reread this one too in the winter. I'm not sure. I just want to read so much, but I want to reread a lot too. And from the winter, we go into summer, and I got Summer Days and Summer Nights by a bunch of authors. I think I gave this a 3-star because obviously with a bunch of short stories, you cannot it's hard to give like one actual star rating. I do remember liking some of them, not liking them. I do like the fact that it's a pretty floppy one, so you can just like hold it pretty far open without like breaking the spine. I don't want to break my spines. I don't mind if a spine is broken or anything, or like I said, like if the cover is coming off, it's sad, but I don't mind it because that means it's loved and read. But I try to keep my books as pretty as possible. I know there's, I think, a winter version of this one. I actually ask for this winter version every Christmas and I never got it, so maybe I'll ask it again this year, and if I don't get it for my birthday or for my Christmas this year, I might just buy it myself. Then I have to be completely honest, this is a book, I know it's turned into a movie, but I cannot really remember what the book was about. I remember a bit of it, but like it's pretty wide. Like all of the books I mentioned so far, I do have a recognition about what it was about. And it's All the Right Places by Jennifer Niven. I do remember parts of it, but I am not sure if I liked it, if I hated it. I just don't know anything about it anymore, so I think I do have to reread it to know what I thought about it. And then I got a book that I bought for English class when I was in high school, and I was planning on buying all of the rest of the book in English too, but I haven't got around to that, and that's Long Lost by Harlan Coben. I think this is the 9th in the series by the Myron Bolashurst series. And like I said, I remember reading this for high school. I liked it. It was the first time we actually read like an actual book for high school, I think, for English. And I really enjoyed the fact that we did that, because I have read some books in English before, and mostly we just read a bit of Shakespeare here and a little bit of that, but like not an actual book, or not that I remember. So this was the 9th book, I think, and I thought like, oh, I'll go start from the beginning till the end after I finish this for school, obviously. But I only got 2 series or trilogies actually at this moment. I think one of them is actually a series. First trilogy I'm going to talk about is the All the Boys I Loved Before. So I got To All the Boys I Loved Before, P.S. I Still Love You, and Always and Forever, Lara Jean by Jenny Han. And these books, one thing I do think it's sad, this is the movie version and these are the other versions. But like, I love these covers more than I like this one. But it's not a big deal. I mean, I got this one for my birthday, I think, so. And I just love the story, that's more. But like, I love the spines on this one more. That's the only downside about the cover switch that I got. I do really enjoy the stories. Did I love them? Yes, I think I liked the first book the best. But I do really like it, and it's really nice and fluffy reads, and I just, like I said, I love the covers. I do like these fine colors a little bit more. But for the rest, I do really like these books, and they're really fluffy and they're really nice. The movies, I've watched the movies. I do think I like the book better. I do remember the second book is the worst, I thought, but that's mostly a trilogy. I think that's like just a book to like go over to a next one, so we need a little like something that ties everything together. I always have that feeling. So the first and the third is mostly the best, and the second is mostly the worst. And that's also in this trilogy. And then I got the first 3 books of the series, because the 4th book is, if I'm correctly, coming out in April 2021, and that's the Truly Devious series. There's going to be a book talk about these books, or at least about the first one, because this is my favorite book. Truly Devious is my favorite book of 2020 so far. I loved the time lapses. I loved the mystery and the intrigue and the school vibes and the mountain vibes and the atmosphere, but I love the character development. I love the time hops between the 30s and the present day. I just so loved it. But first of all, we got Truly Devious, The Vanishing Stair, and The Hand on the Wall. Like I said, Truly Devious is my favorite. I love the covers. I love the naked spines are really pretty too. Like, they're so pretty. So I do have to say that I do like the fact that I bought these ones in hardcovers, because they're way more pretty. And I like hardcovers, but I'm just so sad that they're more expensive. I like hardcovers, and I'm really happy I got these ones in hardcovers, because these are like one of my favorites, and I'm cherishing them a lot. And I just love the naked spines and the dress jackets and the bright colors. Like, these are really bright colors. I love them. Also here, second book was the worst, but it was still great. First book was the best. Second book was the worst, but still great. And the third book was okay, still good. It was 4.5 stars. It's in my wrap-up of September. So these were all the books in English that I've got at this moment. Like I said, I bought 5 or 6 books on Book Depository like last week, so they're probably coming within this month. So maybe there's a book haul coming, because I also have some Dutch books that I haven't showed, like that I bought recently. I've been reading a lot this year, so I've been buying a lot of books this year too. Leave it down in the comments below what your favorite English book is, if you read in different languages, or just what your favorite book is of this year. I'm really curious about that. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see you next time. Bye!